All right, whoop, not on. All right, as I promised, we're back. Test, test, test. As I promised, we're back for game number 2 between Dominican and our Mount St. Joe Lions. It's a little hectic around here. We're going to be the home team this game. Quickly, the starting lineups for Dominican, who enters with a record of 3-2. Leading off at second base, Bella Omas. And we got Liliana Santana. I'm struggling with these names. Santoyo is it short. Fortunately, I got the SID from Dominican right next to me. Peyton Salfi's the DP, batting third. Rogan Davis is batting fourth, the catcher. Her sister Riley Davis is playing third. Jillian Kubernat is at first. Sarah Cornell's in center. Hannah Vogel in left. Kayla Moramino. And then on the mound is Rhiannon Rubio. Okay, for you Dominican people out there that are listening, I apologize. For the homestanding Lions, Macy Cornelius will lead off at left. Emily McDonald in center. Shelby Rakoski at third. Maddie Kennedy in right. Lauren Miller's the DP. Sydney Eubanks at first. Mackenzie Lawson behind the plate. Avery Wiltermuth at short. Elena Flynn at second. And on the mound for the Lions will be left-hander Molly Sharp as we're about ready to get underway. So it's windy as last game. We're trying to beat the rain here. Looks like first pitch is going to be at 11:26. So we're supposed to start at 11:15, but we're running just a tad late. Sharp, the southpaw. And we're ready to go. First pitch is a fastball right in there for called strike one. We switched fields. We're now on B. We came from, D, I think. I'm getting all mixed up here. As I mentioned, there's 5 fields here. Ball outside. Kind of in a circle. There's a big press box in the middle. So hopefully we can avoid rain for about 2 more hours. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch, that's down low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lions a winner in game 1. Behind the relief pitching of Claire Lopeman. Two balls, 1 strike. Pitch. Called, nope, he says ball up. 3 balls, 1 strike. Right-handed hitter, pitch. That's grounded towards second. Flynn with a nice stop, but can't quite come up with it. She had to go far to her left. We're going to call that a hit. She had to go far to her left. Would have been a really good play. So a leadoff infield single. That'll bring up Santoya. Also swings it from the right side, number 7, the shortstop. So Dominican with their leadoff hitter on. Lions corner infielders in. Pitch, runner popped up, foul. Flynn, and it's a foul ball. She makes a diving attempt, and she couldn't quite come up with an outstanding effort by Elena Flynn, but just couldn't quite come up with it. Actually, it seemed really foul, and the wind really blew it almost back in fair. So the wind's blowing really straight out the left, and it's gushing. So any ball up in the air is going to go out of the a baseball field, I would assume. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch, runner goes, pitch is down, throw to second. Not in time. That'll be a stolen base. Thank you very much. So there was a bunt single right in front of the plate, and Coach Godowitz was arguing. I guess she felt the runner was not running properly down the line. Hands up in the air, disgusted, but there's going to be no call, and the runner goes to second base on the play. So we had a single to the catcher, a bunt single to the catcher. She advanced to second, runner advanced to third. First pitch is a strike to Southeye. No balls, one strike. So Dominican threatening to score in the first inning. Again, corners are way in. Toes the rubber, shows bunt, it's popped straight up. The catcher, Lawson, makes the catch for out number one. So a safety squeeze was on there, and ball popped up to the catcher for out number one. Through to third, but the base runner was able to get back. So one out. I'll bring up Ray-Jean Davis, the catcher. Pitch, a called strike. Pitch, that's fouled back. Quickly, no balls, two strikes. Wind really, really whipping up here. Sharp has to back off the mound a little bit. Now she toes it, throws, and it's grounded fair. Eubanks makes the play at first as the run scores. So that's 3 unassisted, and she'll get an RBI on the play. Dominican takes a 1-0 lead. So that'll bring up sister Riley Davis. That swung on, fouled. No balls, one strike. Fires, that's fouled off. Quickly 0-2. So Molly throwing a lot of strikes here. Pitch, that swung on and fouled off to the right. Eubanks will make the catch in foul territory for the third out. So Davis fouls out to first. The Dominican first, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. We're in the middle of the first. Dominican 1, Mount St. Joe 0 on the Mount St. Joe Sports Network. back for the bottom of the first. Rubio comes in with a record of 1-1. It's 7 2/3, allows 12 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts, and a 1-1 record. Leading off will be left fielder Macy Cornelius. Standing in the right-handed batter's box. First pitch. Called strike one on the outside corner. Good spot. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch, that's fouled off. Quickly, no balls, 2 strikes. Catcher Ray Davis maybe caught it on the hand there a little bit. Coach is going to check on her. So she says she's okay. That's good news. No balls, 2 strikes. Baseball team leading 10-1 over in the 8th inning over at Lake Myrtle. We'll be back with them on Friday. Tomorrow they have a day off. They do have a JV game. That's a ball up. They'll be playing the men version of Dominican. They'll be playing them a doubleheader on Friday. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch that's swung on, popped up. Shallow right going out to the second baseman. And a really nice catch there by Olmos. That's out number 1. Really tricky day with the wind. Boy, really tricky. Bring up Emily McDonald, center fielder. Emily had a couple hits in game number 1. Pitch. Called strike 1 on the outside corner. No balls, 1 strike. We mentioned this complex seats 5 or holds 5 fields. We are on complex letter B. Pitch that's grounded. Oh, great diving stop by the third baseman Davis. Put a star behind that one. That's a great play. That's a Sports Center play. She throws McDonald out, gets up from her knees, and makes the throw. So 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Shelby Rakoski. Had a 3-hit game in game number 1, the third baseman. Pitch. It's outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch, that's upstairs, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. 2 out, nobody on, bottom of the first. Dominican plated a run in the top of the first. They lead at 1-0. Pitch that's swung on and lined into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Left fielder Vogel plays it on 1 hop, so the Lions have a 2-out single. That'll bring up right fielder Maddie Kennedy. Maddie, the senior right fielder. On deck, the DP, Lauren Miller. Good fastball, first strike. Snap throw to first. Rakoski gets back pretty easy. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch. Called strike 2. Boy, she's painting the outside corner right now. Maddie in a quick hole 0-2. 0-2. Swung on and missed on a pitch up and out of the zone. Maddie went chasing. The Lions get a hit. They leave a runner. We're through one complete. Here in Winter Haven, Dominican 1, Mount St. Joe nothing on the Mount St. Joe Sports Network. Back for the top of the second. Kubernat, Cornell, and Vogel for Dominican. Swings it from the left side. First pitch is upstairs, ball one. Got lefty versus lefty here. That swung on in line into right center field, a base hit. Cut off by McDonald. Nice play to hold her to a single. So a leadoff single by Kubernat. That'll bring up Cornell. So the corners are in, looking for potential bunt here. She does square to bunt. She buzz bunt. Up with it, Eubanks will throw on to Flynn for the out. That's 3-4 sacrifice. Will advance Kubernat to second. So they have a runner in scoring position with one out. So a little bit of small ball got him a run in the first. Trying to duplicate that again. Hannah Vogel steps in. Ball's up. 1 ball, no strikes. It's down low. Vogel came into the first game today, batting .286. Oh, I've just been told they're updated, so that's great. So she's currently hitting .286. Pitch, that's upstairs, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch, there's a called strike right in there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Want to complain about the wind as long as we don't get the rain, but it is really windy, been all morning here. 2-1 on the way. That's swung on and lifted to left. Overs Cornelius to make the catch for out number 2. That'll bring up Marino. Marino. It's close. I'm working on it. She is hitting, coming into this game, if I can find her, .250 on the year. Swings it from the left side. Been a tough day for me with some of the names on the teams we've played. Nobody's Smith or Jones anymore. Pitch on the way. That's slapped towards short. Up with its Avery Wiltermood, and she's going to beat that out. Or is that, she said she pulled her off the base. I think she might have beat that out anyway. What do you think? Okay, we're going to go with an infield single. Yeah, I actually thought she did too, but so just a slow ground ball that, good speed there. It'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Bella Olmos. She singled to second base, her first at bat, swung on, fouled straight back. No balls, one strike. So Sharp in a little bit of a two-out quandary here. Pitch that swung on and hit the deep left field. Cornelius looks up, and that's out of here. So a 3-run home run. That makes the score 4-0. She got it up into the wind stream, and it carried right on out of here. The Dominican takes a 4-0 lead on the strength of a 3-run home run by Olmos. That'll bring up Santoy. She had that bunt single back in the first. She came this game hitting .412, and her average is going up. First pitch is a ball. Santoya. A couple RBIs on the year. Pitch, that's fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Up and in. 2 balls, 1 strike. She hits the dirt. Smiling a little bit as she climbs back in the batter's box. Now she steps back out. Gets set. Comes the 2-1. That's up high, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Sharp delivers, ball downstairs, so that's a 2-out walk for Santoya. So Dominican's inning continues. And we're going to make a pitching change, so we'll be back to tell you about the change in a minute. New pitcher's number 13, Leslie Reimers. Leslie started game number 1, and now she's coming in relief. Game number 2 here. She'll face Southie. Southie popped the bunt up the first at bat. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Lions find themselves in a hole, 4-0 here in the top of the second. Pitch, swung on and missed, strike two. He's going to say foul tip at the plate, so no balls, 2 strikes. Pitch that swung on and hit the center field. McDonald slipped and fell down. It went over her head. And it's going to bounce over the fence for a ground rule double. So Emily slipped as she broke back on it. So now they have runners at second and third, and the inning continues. Double to straightaway center field. Ball was well struck. Emily, they're checking on her to make sure she hasn't twisted an ankle or anything like that. I think she's okay. That'll bring up Reagan Davis. She grounded her first at bat, hit an RBI. So Dominican leads at 4-0 and threatening to stretch this thing out early on. That swung on, popped up, and that's going to go out of play behind the third base dugout. That's occupied by Dominican, Mount St. Joe in the first. Dominican in gold jerseys with navy blue pants. The Lions in their all navy with gold trim. Lions across the chest. That ball's inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch. That's fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch. That's up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lawson had to reach up to snare that one out. It was almost a wild pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, second inning. We got deuces wild, 2 runners on. Pitch is fouled straight back. So Davis hanging tough. Again, wind blowing straight out to left. 2-2. That's grounded hard to third. But a really nice play there by Rakoski. Throws to Eubanks, and that retires the side. But Dominican comes up with 1, 2, 3 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. No errors, 2 left on. We're in the middle of the second. Dominican 4, Mount St. Joe nothing on the Mount St. Joe Sports Network. And we're back for the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Lions will be Lauren Miller, followed by Sydney Eubanks and Mackenzie Lawson. To face Rubio. Rubio retired the sides in the first around a single by Rakoski, so she's back for her second inning of work. Lauren swings it from the left side. pitch a little bit high to Lauren. Lauren a little off. For her, a slow start, hitting .267 with one double. That swung on and popped into foul territory. To make the catch is Riley Davis, so that's out number one. I'll bring up Sydney Eubanks, the first baseman. Sydney came into game one hitting .211, but got a couple hits. It's a ball outside. Lions a winner in game one against Benedictine, 11-4. Trailing 4-0 here in game two. Pitch. That's up high. Ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, the clouds are moving fast and furious, but so far so good with no rain. Called strike. It's definitely overcast. But I guess if we do get rain, hopefully it moves through here pretty fast. But so far so good. Steps out, now she steps back in. The 2-2. That's outside, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, we'll have a payoff pitch. Here it comes. Called strike 3. Fastball on the outside corner, looked like a really good pitch to me. So 2 up, 2 down. I'll bring up Mackenzie Lawson. Mackenzie had a monster first game with 4 hits. Pitch. Called strike, boy. She's really painting the corners right now. She's in a groove. Pounding the zone, hitting the outside corner. Screaming with confidence out there. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch, that's grounded. Up the middle, that'll be a base hit. That's a 2-out base hit for Mack, and she continues to swing a hot bat. I'll bring up shortstop Avery Wiltermood. Avery in game 1 had a hit and scored 3 runs. It swung on and hit the left field, but right at the left fielder, that's Vogel. She'll make the catch to end the inning. So Lions get another base hit. Strand 1, we're through 2 complete. Dominican 4, Mount St. Joe nothing on the Mount St. Joe Sports Network. back for the top of the third. Leading off for Dominican will be Riley Davis. Score from the baseball game. Looks like it's a final. The Lions win it 10-1 to remain hot. They run their record to 7-1, 5-0 down here. So Coach Jeff Newman's squad off to a nice start. They'll take on Dominican on Friday in a doubleheader. Pitch that's swung on and looped in the shallow left. And it's just a diving attempt by Avery Wiltermude, but just kind of like the first game, just kind of falling right where they're not. Just a little bloop over into left field. So Davis is on with her first hit. That'll bring Kubernat. She's singled to right center in the first. She's going to show bunt. She's going to foul it off. I've said it a lot. The baseball, softball, it's a goofy game at times. You hit line drives and you're out. You hit bloops and they're hits. My son Ryan used to say it's just a dumb game. He'd line out 2 or 3 times in the game, and she's going to show bunt again. A hard bunt fielded by the third baseman. That's Rakowski. She'll fire it over to Flynn at first. So the sacrifice worked. It goes 5-4. Successful sacrifice. And that's what winning teams do. They get their bunts down, move. Get them on, get them over, get them in. Okay. Number 1 is a pinch runner going in. Number 1, Tressa Scanlon pinch running at second. We assume we'll probably see a re-entry. Yeah. We do that all the time. That ball's low. One ball, no strikes. Pitch, that's up and out. 2 balls, no strikes. Lions trail at 4-0. There's a runner on second. 1 out. Pitch, that's fouled off. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pretty good swing there. Two balls, 1 strike. Pitch. Good pitch on the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lions can't really afford to fall down too much more here. They have some hitting ability, but that swung on and hit deep to left field. It's up in the wind stream. Might be. And that ball's out of here. A 2-run home run to left field. That's the place you want to go today. Dominican leads it 6-0. So Cornell goes deep with a 2-run home run. They stretch it out to 6-0. That'll bring up Hannah Vogel. Little meeting of the minds at the mound. All the infielders and catcher. Hannah flied out to left, her first at bat. So Lions in a deep hole right now. 6-0 as Dominican continues the bat here in the third. Home plate umpire writing down the meeting. We appreciate all the umpires coming down here and spending their time to let these young ladies play the game they love. That swung on and fouled off. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch, called strike at the knees. No balls, 2 strikes. That's where you want to pitch, right there. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Pitch on the way. High riser, swung on and missed, strike 3. That's the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Marmino. I'm getting a thumbs up from Chris here, sports information director for Dominican. Swings it from the left side. She singled the shortstop in her first at bat. Took something off of that, swings through it, strike 1. She's wearing 99 on her back. When I think of 99, I think of the great Wayne Gretzky. Probably the greatest hockey player that ever lived. Ooh, up and in, ball 1. Even though I think Alex Ovechkin is getting close to his goals record. Not points record. I think Gretzky's got the most assists by a mile. But how many away? About 12, yeah. 1-1. That's swung on and lifted towards right pretty deep. Kennedy goes back, and she will make the catch to end the inning. But the damage is done. Dominican scored 2 more runs on 2 hits. No errors, none left. We're in the middle of the third. Dominican 6, Mount St. Joe nothing on the Mount St. Joe Sports Network. We're back for the bottom of the third. Leading it off will be Elena Flynn. And Riley Davis is re-entering at third base for Dominican. The Lions in a big hole trying to crawl out of it. Pitch that's swung on and fouled over the Dominican dugout. It's actually going to bounce towards the other field on our left. No balls, 1 strike. So tomorrow we're going to be off. No softball, no baseball. There is a JV baseball game that swung on and hit pretty good to left field. And a running catch out there in left field by Vogel. Nice running catch. Ball carried with the wind. That's out number 1. And then Friday there'll be 2 softball games, 2 baseball. We're going to work our way around. We'll start at softball. We'll end up at baseball at some point. So check MSJLions.com for what games we'll be doing. Macy Cornelius popped out in her only at bat in the first. 1 out, bottom of the third. Lions trail it 6-0. Macy swings and fouls it. Lands foul, untouched down the right field line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch, that's low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Emily McDonald in the hold. Shelby Rakoski after that, and hopefully a lot more. Lions need to start getting into this lead a little bit here. Pitch. Good pitch on the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two pitch coming. She tried to check her swing, kind of got tied up, swung half-heartedly, and strikes out, so that's out number 2. That'll bring up center fielder Emily McDonald. Emily grounded hard to third, an outstanding play down there in the first inning by Davis. So I think the umpire's going to go out and say that you can't keep meeting like that. They kind of threw it around and kind of converged on the mound a little bit. I guess he's kind of telling that we don't want that to be a meeting. So 2 up, 2 down. Pitch to Emily. Called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Two outs here in the third. Pitch that swung on and popped to shallow right center, might get down, and it does get down for a base hit. Outstanding effort on a dive by the center fielder Cornell. Couldn't quite come up with it. So McDonald with a 2-out single. That'll bring up Shelby Rakowski. Shelby singled to left, her first at bat. Pitch, called strike 1. Maddie Kennedy on deck. Pitch, runner goes, pitch is a ball, throw to second, not in time. Emily steals second base. She's in scoring position with 2 outs. Swung on and grounded. Diving stop by the second baseman. And she'll throw on to first. Great play there by Olmos to get Rakowski to end the inning. The Lions get a hit, strand a runner. We're through 3 complete. Dominican 6, Mount St. Joe nothing on the Mount St. Joe Sports Network. All right, we're back for the top of the 4th. Leading it off for Dominican is top of the lineup. Almost is single to second and homer to left. She's 2 for 2 with 3 runs batted in. First pitch is down low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. On the way. That's in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch that's hard, hit hard into left field, a base hit. So she's 3 for 3 on the day. She singles through the left side. That'll bring up Santoya. She's had a bunt single, and then she's had a walk. So let's see if she bunts again. No signs of bunting. Runner runs, throw to second. Not in time. There's a stolen base. That's her second stolen base. What she does is she's swinging way late to keep the catcher back, so it's no balls, 1 strike. She shows bunt and she fouls it off. Quickly, no balls, 2 strikes. Almost, that was her second and third stolen base of the year so far. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch that swung on and looped to left center field. Nice running catch by Macy Cornelius. Really nice catch out there by Macy. Looked like it might get down, but she was able to close and make the nice catch. It's the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Salfi. She is 1 for 2. Popped out a bunt in the first and doubled to center in the second. She came hitting 375. That's yanked hard foul down the left field line. Way out of play. Pitch, good pitch at the knees, called strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Earlier this morning on the news broadcast, they said they thought rain would be here about noon, but there's a pop-up to Flynn at second base. She'll make the catch for the second out. They were talking like 12, 1 o'clock, and they might have pushed it back to 2 o'clock, so again, knock on wood, I think we're going to be able to get this one in. 2 outs, that'll bring up Davis. She's 0 for 2. The umpires telling maybe the kids not to stick their hands through the fence there. That's mom and grandma's responsibility there. 2 outs. Davis, the catcher. That swung on and popped up. Under it. That's a tough play, but a nice play by the catcher. Lawson in fair territory makes the play, so that'll be a pop out to the catcher. So Dominican gets a hit, leaves 1. We're in the middle of the 4th. Dominican 6, Mount St. Joe nothing on the Mount St. Joe Sports Network. back for the bottom of the fourth. Leading it off will be right fielder Matty Kennedy. Matty struck out in the first. Matty was 1 for 5 in game 1. They're trying to get something started here as the Lions trail 6-0 in the fourth here in windy Winter Haven. Pitch that swung on and blooped towards right, but the second baseman's able to go over and make the catch. That's almost for out number 1. So kind of off the end of the bat there and just hung up. So 1 pitch, 1 out. That'll bring up the DP, Lauren Miller. Lauren fouled out the third, her first at bat. It's upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch, right in there, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lauren swings it from the left side. Called strike outside corner. Looked a few inches off the plate. I'm directly behind home, but Dominican gets the call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dust flying all over the place here. That's a ball down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Freshman pitcher Rubio has been outstanding so far. Just 3. She's scattered 3 hits in 3 1/3 innings. Lions really haven't threatened. Pitch that's fouled off. Emily McDonald did get as far as second base last inning, but other than that, it's not been too much for the Lions. So the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. I stand corrected, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rubio toes the rubber. Pitches. Miller swings hard, rips it foul. And out of play down the right field line over the head of first base coach Kate Holmer. And as always, Kate in the first base box and Coach Beth Godowitz in the third base. Pitch. That's looped over first base, a base hit. So Lauren with a 1-out single. Right down the right field line. That'll bring up Eubanks. She struck out looking, and now we're going to have a pinch runner, I believe, for Miller. It's going to be number 2, Skylar Fletcher, pinch running for Miller at first. So Fletcher, the runner on first with 1 out. Eubanks steps in. That's swung on, and that's hit into right center. A diving attempt. Can't come up with it. The center fielder, Eubanks, will go to second. She'll have a sliding double. Fletcher will go to third. So a great effort out there in center field by Cornell. But that'll be a double. The Lions got something cooking here. Runners on second and third, 1 out. Outstanding effort by the center fielder, Cornell. Just couldn't quite come up with it. So that'll bring up Lawson, who's on a tear, absolute tear. Singled it up the middle in the second. So the Lions are threatening here, second, third, one out. That swung on and grounded. Great stop by the shortstop. She's going to try to throw home, and she's out. What a tremendous play by the shortstop. She dove. It looked like it was going through the hole and threw Fletcher out at home. Still can't. Coach Godderwitz is arguing some type of obstruction, but I don't think she's going to be happy. So that'll go as a fielder's choice, and Fletcher's out 6-2 for the second out. What a tremendous play. Eubanks stays at second. Boy, I thought that ball was going through, so. Coach Godderwitz now is arguing with the base umpire to no avail. So it was a fielder's choice, and she was out 6-2 at home. She's on thin ice here. She's very frustrated. Avery Wildermuth will step into the box. Pitch. Fastball for a strike. So Lawson on first, Eubanks on second, and again, an outstanding play by the shortstop. Boy, what an excellent play by Santoyo. That's the end. 1 ball, 1 strike. I would have bet anything that was going to get through the hole. And again, just outstanding. 1 ball, 1 strike. Called strike 2. Avery doesn't like that. Looked like a little bit outside, but 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1-2. That's hit hard to the third baseman. That's gonna be an error on the third baseman. Hit hard, but so that's gonna make the bases loaded. So that's an error on the third baseman. That'll load the bases for Elena Flynn. Hit hard, but that's outside, ball 1. So Lions with a shot here to get on the board. Coach Godderwitz still steaming in the third base box, arms crossed, just with a disgusted look. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch, that's outside. 2 balls, no strikes. So we got Macy Cornelius on deck. The Lions try to mount a comeback here in the bottom of the 4th, trailing at 6-0. Playing her the opposite way. That's bounced to the past the mound, flipped to the second baseman. They'll get the force at short as that'll go fielder's choice 4-6. And the threat ends. The Lions no runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 3 left. We're through 4 complete. Trail 6-0 on the Mount St. Joe Sports Network. All right, we're back for the top of the 5th. Dominican with a 6-0 lead. Leading off is Riley Davis. Re-entering for the Lions is Lauren Miller. First pitch is swung on and fouled off. No balls, 1 strike. Reimers in relief of Sharp. Pitch, that's swung on and ground to third. Oh, drop, but picked up, recovered by Rakowski. She'll throw her out. So she went to her left, bobbled it for a second, but was able to recover and throw her out. We got a pinch hitter, number 13. Priscilla Ruther, the pinch hitter. She swings it from the left side. She'll face Reimers. Ruther steps in after the umpire writes down on his card. First pitch by Reimers is a strike right in there. No balls, 1 strike. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch that's swung on and looped. And nice backhanded catch by the third baseman, Rakowski. Looked like it might float over her head, but she was able to go back and make the catch. So pinch hitters retired, 2 up, 2 down. Gonna bring up center fielder Sarah Cornell. She sacrificed and hit the 2-run homer back in the third. That's grounded foul. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch that's hit into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Right along the left field line. Oh, she's going to go for 2. Never stopped stride. I think Cornelius and left kind of assumed she would just stop at first, and that's a hustle double right there for Cornell. Never stopped her stride and turned it into a double right on the left field line. So there's a runner in scoring position with 2 out, and we got a pinch hitter, number 20. Emmy Slavin is the pinch hitter for Vogel. First pitch is down low. Slavin swings it from the right side. Next pitch swung on and popped into foul territory. Rakowski had a chance to catch it, kind of lost her balance and tripped a little bit and couldn't make the play. So good effort. Couldn't quite make the play. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Coach Beth Goddard was out to check on her, make sure she's okay. Maybe just skinned the arm a little bit of dirt on her, but I think she's all right. So Beth Godderwitz back to the dugout. Shelby's okay. Hits the Slavin, fouled straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The wind is really, really kicking up here. But skies are becoming almost partly to mostly cloudy. It's looking better. Pitch, that's low and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just missed. Reimers wanted that one. Count runs full. Pitch. Ball 4 high. She draws the walk. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner at first. It's number 9. Charlize Gonzalez is going to be the pinch runner. We're going to have a pinch hitter. Liberty Rivard's going to be the pinch hitter. She swings it from the right side. So runners on first and second. That's swung on and missed. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch, that's down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Lions winner in game 1, but trailing in this game 6-0 in the 5th. Pitch, that's down low, ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. Pitch, swung on and fouled straight back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To the pinch hitter, Rivard. Swung on and missed. And that'll end the inning. So no runs, 1 hit, 2 left. We're in the middle of the 5th, trail 6-0 on the Mount St. Joe Sports Network. Leading it off for the Lions will be Macy Cornelius. Umpire just instructed us there could be lightning in the area. If that happens, they got to go to their buses and vans. So actually, they need 3 outs to make this an official game. That's a ball high. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch that swung on and grounded towards second. Up with it, throw to first for out number 1. Almost throws on. 1 up, 1 down. And again, Rubio has been outstanding. Emily McDonald will step in. She singled and stole a base her last at bat. Ball outside, 1 ball, no strikes. It's outside. Outside to McDonald. And she'll draw ball 4. So the Lions have a 1-out base runner. They'll bring Shelby Rakowski. Send it to left and grounded to second. Lions have had a base runner every inning, just have not been able to get them around to score. That's grounded up the middle. That's a base hit. So the Lions are threatening now. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Shelby gets her second hit of the game. That'll bring up Maddie Kennedy. Maddie struck out swinging, popped out to second. We've been told there severe weather could be on the way. She shows bunt. Got a chance to beat that out. And she does. A run will come around to score on a throwing error, so. That'll be an infield bunt single for Maddie. Throwing error on the pitcher to allow the other runners to advance and for Emily McDonald to score. So Kayla Bain is going to come in as a pinch hitter, number 6 for the Mount in the DP spot. So the Lions on the board. And that swung on and popped in the shallow center. That's going to fall for a base hit. Another run will score. That makes it 6-2. So Bain with the pinch single, an RBI. Rakowski scores. Makes it a 6-2 game. Runners on first and second. Pitch up high to Eubanks, ball 1. Pitch that's sliced into right field, and that's down for a base hit. She's going to weigh, oh boy. Waves the runner around. We're caught between second and third, and she's out. The run scores, but Bain gets thrown out 9 to, I think, 2 to 5. That gives the Lions a third run. Maddie scores on the play. Eubanks gets an RBI. She ends up at second on the throw. Makes it 6-3. Called strike to Lawson. That swung on and hit pretty good to right center field. And that's out of here. So Lawson goes out of the yard. Action's fast and furious here. Eubanks scores, makes it 6 to 5. So when it looked like the Lions were dead, they crawled back to within 6 to 5. Conference at the mound. Is there going to be a pitching change? Yeah, it looks like there's going to, well, 4's going to go in for 13, it looks like. Well, we'll let Chris tell us all these changes. He knows his team well, and we'll be right back in a minute. All right, we're back. A lot of the starters have re-entered for Dominican, and on the mound is Hannah Richards. She's making her first career appearance. Lions have scored 5 this inning. They battled back. They trail at 6-5.
Right? Their team. Got it.
Avery Wiltermuth will step in.
Perfect.
2
Thank
outs.
you. We're all good.
Lawson with the home run, the opposite field to bring the Lions within 1. Wiltermuth takes up and in ball 1. Pitch, there's a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck is Flynn and the top of the lineup. So this has been a crazy game. Pitch, That's outside ball too. It looked like Dominican was going to absolutely run away with it. And now the Lions have battled back with 5 in the 5th. Pitch, that hitter. She's going to get her base. So Avery will go on down to first. That'll bring up Flynn now. Now the coach from Dominican thinks she didn't try to get out of the way or she leaned into it. But I would assume, just like Coach Gotterwith, she will get no satisfaction from. Okay, she's unhappy, but the conversation's over. That'll bring up Elena Flynn. Emily a threat to steal. So the Lions try to get the tying run down into scoring position. Pitch. That's weakly hit to the mound. And she's thrown out. So that ends the inning, but the Lions do come up with 5 runs. They've cut the lead to 6-5 through 5 on the MSJ Sports Network. Back for the top of the 6th in a topsy-turvy game here. Dominican leads 6-5 as we play in Winter Haven. The wind going crazy. Leslie Reimer still on the mound for the Mount. We're in the circle. Bella almost to lead it off. She's hit a home run, scored a couple runs. 3 for 3. Pitch, good pitch, fastball on the inside corner. Called strike 1. Pitch, that's down and in, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch, that's nubbed out in front of the plate. Reimers will throw to first, and it's a low throw, so that'll be a throwing error on the pitcher. Eubanks couldn't quite come up with it, just made a bad throw. So the leadoff hitter is on. The throwing error. We'll bring up Santoya. Santoya's had a bunt single, walked and fly to left. Pitch, she shows bunt, gets it down. Nice play by the catcher, loss and the fire to first. The sacrifice works, that'll go 2-4. Nice bunt. That's the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Salfi, who's popped out on pitch, that ball's up. 1 ball, no strikes. pitch. That's ball 2 up. 2 balls, no strikes. Starting to get a little darker around here. We just need to get 2 more innings in. Now she steps back out of the box. I'm starting to feel little sprinkles. Nothing harmful, but a few sprinkles. Hopefully that's all we get. Pitch that swung on and pop foul. That's fouled off. Starting to get rained on here, folks. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, we'll have a payoff pitch. That's fouled off the Dominican dugout. We'll do it all over again. Pitch, that swung on and fouled down the third base line. Count remains full, we'll do it all over again. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the 6th. Pitch that swung on and lifted to center field. McDonald in her tracks, makes the catch. Bluffs the tag to go to third, but will not go. So 2 outs as almost goes back to second base. That'll bring up Davis. So an insurance run out at second base for Dominican. 2 outs. Davis is 0 for 3 on the day. First pitch is a called strike. 0-1. Pitch that swung on and popped up. Hugh Banks is going to call. Oh! Popped out of her glove, but she's still hanging on the rebound there. So Dominican threatens but does not score. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. Middle of the 6th, Mount St. Joe trails 6-5 on the Mount St. Joe Sports Network. All right, we're back for the bottom of the 6th. Macy Cornelius will lead it off. First pitch is ball. Macy digging in. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch, that's a little pop-up ground. Oh, nice play by the second baseman. Got it on the short hop, threw Macy out to retire Cornelius. 1 out. I'll bring up Emily McDonald. Emily's grounded out, singled and walked and scored. Pitch, that's down in the dirt, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Pitch, there's a strike right in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. That ball bounces in there. 2 balls, 1 strike. So McDonald ahead in the count. Pitch. That's lined right up the middle. That's a base hit for Emily McDonald. Well, I can tell you, I'm not necessarily looking forward to get back into the cold weather, but I would like it when we're in the press box on River Road and the press box at Midland Field for baseball. Because this crazy wind, papers flying all over the place, and it's been crazy, but we're surviving. Called strike to Shelby. Rakowski. She's capable of 1 swing putting the Lions ahead. Again, wind blowing out the left. Pitch, that's high. 1 ball, 1 strike. She can get something middle in she can turn on. She can put us ahead. Pitch, that's bounced towards third. Bobbled, throw to first and safe. So that'll be an error on the third baseman. So it's E5 fielding. Gives the Lions runners on first and second. That'll bring up Maddie Kennedy. And now we're going to make a pitching change. Coming into the game is number 2. We'll get that name for you here in a minute.
Come on, 4. Go, man.
All right, so the new pitcher's Emma Woodhouse.
Fine barrel.
She's a right-handed thrower. The ace of the staff. I've been told by the SID from Dominican. Maddie Kennedy fouls it off. No balls, 1 strike. She comes right at Maddie. Maddie aggressive, fouling it off. Maddie with good power. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch, a little bit outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Woodhouse shakes her head like, yep, a little bit outside. Pitch, swung on and fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McDonald on second, Rakowski on first. 2 outs, 2 strikes. They will be on the move. I'm sorry, 1 out. 1 out. Runners on first and second. That's lined to shortstop, and that's going to be a double play unassisted. Emily was off the crack of the bat. Tough break there. So line out 6, double play unassisted. And the Lions are taken care of in the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. We're through 6. Dominican 6, Mount St. Joe 5 on the Mount St. Joe Sports Network. Start at the top of the 7th. The count is 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch that's swung on and into center field, a base hit. So a leadoff single. And folks, it is really getting windy and rainy here, and we're trying to hang in there and bring this action to you, but we're starting to get rained on and it's getting a little bit tougher. Dust flying all over the place. So it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner at first base. Single to start the inning. Pitch shows bunted straight, pops straight up. Great effort by Lawson. Couldn't quite come up with it. Kubernat, the batter, she re-entered. So trying to get that insurance run over to second base. Pitch shows bunt again, gets it down. Nobody's cut whether they're gonna, now they're gonna get the runner, nope. Looked like they might get the runner going around second, too much, but a nice play there. The sacrifice does work. 5-4 on the sacrifice, 1 out. They have an insurance run out at second. Second sacrifice of the game for her. Sarah Cornell will step in. She's homered and doubled. Pitch, that's upstairs, ball 1. pitch. That's yanked hard, foul to left. Just giving you a picture here. Behind us to the right, it's kind of partly cloudy. Well, mostly cloudy, I'd say, but way out left field, it's pretty dark. So hopefully that's going around us. We're getting a little spit and some rain, but not awful yet. That stays upstairs. A little bit high. Pitch. Boy, looked good just a little bit inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Pitch that's grounded towards third. She's up. She looked at third. That's all it took was for her to beat it out. She looked to run her back, and by the time you do that, you got no time. So we'll see how they're going to score that. Upset about something. So we'll step away for a minute as Coach Goddard was talking to the umpire. So the runner is safe at first. First and second, 1 out. Runner was from second, could not advance.
No.
Vogel squares the bunt, pulled back, ball 1. So this game is about everything. With the softball mechanics with runners on second, you know, the base umpire's behind the shortstop, and he's got to look across the diamond at the play. That swung on and popped up, and Beth thought she was out at first. It was a bang-bang play, and the Lions did not get the call. So first and second, 1 out. Pitch, that's grounded towards short. Wiltermuth will go to third for the force. So that'll go 6 to 5 for the force. That's 2 outs. That'll bring up Amormino. Left-handed hitter. Pitch. Oh, it hit her in the helmet, so she'll get her base. That'll load the bases. It'll bring up Olmos. She's homered during this game. Swings and misses. No balls, 1 strike. She scored a couple of runs, had 3 hits. Been on base all 4 times, reached on the throwing error last at bat, so she's had herself quite a day. And she's in a big spot here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. That swung on and hit the Cornelius and left. She'll come in and make the catch, and that ends the inning. So the Lions escape any more danger. We're in the middle of the 7th. Dominican 6, Mount St. Joe 5 on the Mount St. Joe Sports Network. Well, here we go. Bottom of the 7th. Lions need a run. Kayla Bain leading it off. First pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. He said a legal pitch. All right, so I think it was a ball anyway, so it really doesn't make any difference. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch, that's in there for a called strike. Emma Woodhouse trying to close it out for Dominican. Pitch, that's up high, 2 balls, 1 strike. On deck's Eubanks, then Lawson, who homered her last at bat, then Wiltermude. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch, that's up and out, 3 balls, 1 strike. So if you're Dominican, one thing you don't want to do is walk the leadoff hitter. And again, as we've stated, they're not trying to walk him. 3 balls, 1 strike. Bain swings and foul, tips, runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swung on and missed, up and out, and might have swung at a bad ball, but trying to protect there. 1 out, that'll bring up Sydney Eubanks. Eubanks has struck out looking, double to right center, and single to right. Scored a run. 1 out. Pitch. There's a called strike. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch that's hit hard to right on the run, and a diving, sliding catch by the right fielder, Marino. Great catch. So the Lions are down to their last out, and she went all out, slid, and made the catch. Mackenzie Lawson will step in, 2 for 3 with a home run. Pitch, it's a called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch that's blooped into right center, and that's going to get down for a base hit. So again, Lawson continues her hot hitting. Looks like we'll have a pinch runner for her. It's going to be number 14. Alex Strevel's going to pinch run for Lawson. Wiltermude the hitter. Pitch, ball out, low and out. Closer Woodhouse does throw extremely hard as the rain continues to fall. Light rain, but nonetheless rain. Pitch, that's down low, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Elena Flynn on deck. As Wiltermude tries to extend the inning here. Called strike, 2-1. Not a good pitch to swing at, so a good take there by Avery. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kicks, fires, that's swung on and popped to left. That should be the ball game, and it is. As the left fielder, Vogel makes the catch to end the ball game. So Dominican holds on to win 6-5. And the Lions end up with a split today.
Oh. My fucking apologies.
You need to go to their buses now?
Yes, they need to go to the bus.
Go to the bus.
Yeah, they need to go to the bus.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up here right now because the Lightning's in the air. They're telling us to wrap it up and get out of here. So we'll be back on the air Friday morning, approximately 8:50. Until then, for Casey Finch and Blake Watson, this is Chuck Murray. So long, everybody.